The main reason for shooting this video is, any paint job could look really great outside in the sunlight, but I wanted to share this video in my garage under fluorescent lighting to show the quality of the paint and body on this car. So taking into consideration that this car's paint was finished in 2012, so we're going on 8 years now on this paint job. Now, this car, when it was being painted, it sat in a primer state for about a year, a sealer state for about a year, and then the paint was applied. So, in result of that, basically, is we got no shrinkage or bubbling or any kind of goofy effects that we could have been concerned about, which I'm very happy about. Going across the front here, you could look across here and see the car's got about 660 miles on the odometer since the restoration. There are no road chips on the front. This car was only driven locally for the most part to local car shows and local events. So it got no road chips, fortunately, and the glass is the same thing. I'm gonna run by the glass. There are no pits or any chips in the glass. I mean, obviously it's all new glass, but the car's, everything's as nice as can possibly be, that at least as we can keep it. So I'm gonna come right around here on the other side. We're gonna take a look at this side and go around slowly. And so on this car, the most glaring thing on this car, the paint to me is, it's about as nice as can be. The most glaring thing on the car, and I'm gonna come up to that, is right here. This happened about a year after it was expected, and it happened about a year after the car was painted. And the aluminum door got a little bit of a split right there, which had been there forever regardless, but we knew it would kind of rear its ugly head. But that was, happened in the first year. It's been 8 years and it's never gotten any worse. So that's the worst thing on the paint job on this car that I could find. So, why don't we work our way back over here? We'll go over to the trunk. And if you bear with me here, I'll open this trunk up. I'll get the strut mounted. Okay, we got a few goodies back in here. So we have the black and yellow plates that were issued to the car back in the day. The situation with the black and yellow plates, in 1963, they had yellow and black plates on the cars in the 50s. Well, in 63, for some reason, California said, you got to release all those and replace them with the black and yellows. That was just what they made you do. So when my dad, released the plates that he had on the car from the 50s, he went and put these plates on in 63. They were issued in 63. So that's the story behind those plates. I got, of course, the Jaguar Heritage Certificate. I've got a news clipping when they did a story about my father and I and the build of the car, which was kind of fun to do. This is the original owner's manual. This isn't something that was purchased off eBay. This is the original manual that came with the car back when it was new. And then we have, I've got all the receipts for everything that we did during the restoration and during the whole time of the restoration that we did. So got all that here. We got kind of somewhat of a storyboard a little bit in here. This is a picture of my mom and dad in Reno. It was the day after they got married. That's the car when it was in its pastel blue. Got a picture here. This is when the car was kind of in storage in Oakland in 1969. And then this is in 1991 when we pulled the car out of its second storage facility and brought it to my dad's home in Concord, which a few years after that, or actually it was almost a decade after that, we finally started doing the restoration. So here's obviously some pictures of the restoration. That's my dad sitting in the new powder-coated chassis with my mom in the background. A couple other pictures of the restoration. Few more pictures. Pictures when it was at the body shop and so forth. So that's about it for those things. And then, of course, the spare tire, jack. So we'll come across on this side and we'll open the hood. Kind of glaze over here over the wood. Let's focus on the wood for a second. So the wood, you know, obviously we had all redone. Most of them are the original pieces that we had actually all restored. So everything fit really nice when it came time to reassemble the car. That was very good. So steering wheel, all recoated, painted, no cracks, chips, nicks, scuffs, scratches in there. It's in exceptional condition. That's the original horn button in the car. That is the original horn button. That is actually the original shift knob out of the car as well. So I'm gonna pop the hood. We'll take just a quick peek at the engine. So here we have a nicely restored engine compartment here. Got the exhaust manifolds re-ceramicked, you know, polished everything up nicely, and you know, got the proper air filter up here. We did upgrade to an aluminum radiator. I do have the original radiator. We do have the original radiator unrestored, but this aluminum radiator with just a mechanical fan, this car stays nice and cool. I've driven this car in 90 to 100 degree weather, and it has just done flawlessly. It's kept nice and cool. So it's worked out very well. Close the hood. Okay, so we're gonna come around here. Let's see some of the functions of this car. I'll tell you what, let's turn on the lights. We'll turn the lights on, and I'm gonna go over a few things. So it's in reverse right now, and I want to show you that reverse light does work. Reverse light works just perfect. The trunk light works. So the trunk light works. We've got tail lights. Kind of come back around here, get another view of the body. See the top markers illuminated. We got headlights. Okay, so now let's try some blinkers. So we'll turn on the key. Blinker indicator's working in there, so let's see if it's working on this side. So here we go. We got blinkers on the front. Let's see if we got them in the back. Let's see. Yeah, we got the back blinkers. Let's shoot for the other side. Blinker indicator is on. We got blinkers in the rear. Let's see if we got blinkers in the front. Yes, we do. So we have all the lights appear to work just fine, as they should. I'm going to turn this blinker off. I'm going to turn that off. We'll see if we have a horn. Let's see. Oh, maybe the key needs to be on for the horn. Oh, we got a horn. So the horn works. Obviously, in the drive video, you saw all the gauges on the car. All the gauges on the car work just fine. And I know in an earlier video as well, I showed you even the dome light in the soft top comes on and works. So that functions as well. So, you know, pretty sure everything on the car works as it should. Even the clock works. The clock works as well. It keeps actually really good time. I know this is going to come up. It's the elephant in the room. I never built this car to be, you know, like a JNCA, show car. So I didn't, I wasn't going for super originality, but I wanted to make a good quality car that no one would complain about or look at and go, oh, who did this job? I take a lot of pride in when I do my builds, and so does my father. But obviously, two things. It's a color change. The car used to be pastel blue, painted it silver. I know silver was discontinued, if I'm not wrong. I'm sure there's going to be some JNCA guys going to tell me this is the year, but I'm pretty sure it was 1952. You couldn't get this color. I got as close to the silver color that I liked that the original Jags were done. Obviously, you're going disc wheels, no rear spats. What's going on? Well, my dad purchased the car. He's the second owner, so it's a two-owner California car. He purchased the car in 1960, and the gentleman he bought it from, Frank Halliday, he had already removed the rear skirts off the car and did the slight mod where the skirt rests in. So it was already like that. My dad, you know, it was a 6-year-old car at the time. My dad never questioned it. Now, when we did the restoration, it was a big decision whether to do the skirts or not. I always liked the look of the open wheel, even though they're disc wheels. I just thought it was a cool look. So it was a personal preference, and we left the car that way. And especially since the fact that all the sheet metal on the car is original. There's no donor parts car sheet metal on this. You know, as far as exterior sheet metal, the only sheet metal I think we replaced on the car was the inner driver door jamb sheet metal we replaced. That was the only piece that we replaced on the car. So my dad and I had a blast building this car together. You know, we took us quite a while, but the car came out really nice. It drives good. I think it's both form and function. And all I can say is thanks for watching the video.